Hello, my nerds. Welcome to Nerds with Dice. It's Nerds with Pride, and we're raising money for the Translatin Coalition. At Translatin Coalition, we believe every TGI Latin deserves safety, dignity, and opportunity. Through comprehensive support, fearless advocacy, and dynamic leadership programs, we're building a future where our community not only survives but thrives. The donation link is in the Twitch chat and on our social media. Our first goal is $300, and once we reach that goal, we'll be giving a $20 gift card to Friday Afternoon Tea. And at this point, I will allow my wonderful players to give their little intros before we dive back into a session of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger. So, in order of favor, Cold. That is.
Hi, that's me.
Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm used to being third. So, I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today, I am playing Cold, whose pronouns are also she, her. And she has favor. We'll see if it lasts. I doubt it. And I'll go over to the next person, which I believe is Hunger.
Yes.
Hi, I am Amelia Malcolm, aka Disabled Dystopian, and I'm playing Hunger, aka Chef, with any and all pronouns. I personally have she, her pronouns, and if you like what you see here today, unfortunately this is the finale of Her Wintry Hunger. But you can also catch me currently on Mondays with Hilarity Save with Phase and Gaze, where we take down a Draco Hydra Ronald Reagan. It's getting real intense over there. It's a great time. And also, this coming Tuesday, you can find on Bard Shots or Nomadic Bard 93's Twitch channel. This coming Tuesday, you can find the very first episode of Collision Course at Journey's End, a level 15 Dungeons & Dragons campaign GM'd by me. It is my debut on the internet as a GM, so finally people outside of those at my table will be able to see what it's like to be at my table, which on one hand means the crazy shit that I do won't be as much of a surprise to my players anymore if they've ever seen me do anything, but on the other hand means I finally get to share stories with more people. And that is all from me. I believe Flame is next.
Hello everyone, my name is Julia Labouche. I use any pronouns. I will be playing Flame, who uses she, her pronouns, and is coming for her throne. I am going to save my plugs at the end, because there's a lot of them, but there's just one very big one. For basic stuff, you can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11, Blue Sky at QueenJulia11, and I have a YouTube channel, which is my name, Julia Labouche, Labusch, because the captions hate my German ancestry.
Fear.
Yes, hello. Poor pathetic Fear down here at the bottom, where I belong. I am Jonas. Hey, I'm getting into character.
Stop making me sad!
I am playing Fear. My pronouns, Jonas, are they, them. Fears are she, they. And you can find me at TINTENSEHER, also German. Captions also don't like it when I say it out loud. Check out my Linktree and linktr.ee/the thing I just spelled, and you'll find anything important to me. Thank you.
Perfect. And I am AadiMK, Fab, he, him pronouns, because he, him's a little boring and I prefer being Fab first. You can find me at AadiMK on Blue Sky. And I do a bunch of things on the internet, but that is all for a later time. For now, we go back into a wintry night and a storm and a hunt. Jonas, can we have a change of the music to the next track, please? Frozen Wastes. As the camera pans over the vast winter domain of the Yukiona, somewhere in the distance ahead of our hunters, a lone human scrambles and desperately seeks escape, for they are not alone in these woods, and it is not beast that they have to worry. It is malice and malevolence taken tangible form in the form of 4 servants of the Queen of Winter. The 4 of them are in the middle of their hunt. Well, some a little further ahead than others because of skill issues on the part of some of them. But others are surging ahead. But before we go right back into the blizzard as it rages, let's quickly remind our audience what the spirits look like. For a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Cold, what do you look like?
Yeah, so Cold is trudging through the woods as delicately as she can. She very much has the skin tone that has it has this frozen quality to it, ever so slightly opaque, but almost the skin tone of like an ice, what ice would look like. She has a crystalline sheen on her skin that kind of reflects the diamonds in the snow. Her hair is styled in the more, I would say, like the old Hollywood waves, like the finger wave. And she's wearing a dress that seems to be made of like icicles, and it looks like almost like sheets of snow in a very lavish style for her previous station. It even has some of the remnants of what looks like flames, although they have been more than frozen over at this time. She definitely has an air of calculation, often planning her moves as precisely as possible. While she isn't the one that will strike first for the most part, she bides her time and waits.
As is expected of my favored spirit, looking meaningfully at somebody else.
Oh, Yukiona, I know we're well beyond the time for questions, but may I ask a question of Cold, so ever so humbly?
I am feeling magnanimous in my grace, and perhaps it will inspire you to do better, Fever.
Yes, of
Go
course.
ahead.
Of course. I would just curious, Cold, given that you have switched favor with Flame.
We don't have to keep saying it.
Well, I'm gonna ask you the same question. So, is there anything we see about Cold's attire that is different since we began this hunt, or any other marker of that change?
I think that parts of the gown that she wears has thawed, revealing more of those previous flame essence. Like even with the way that her dress is, like, it's long and flowy, but you can tell that as like the ice has melted off of it ever so slightly, there are areas that look as though at one point in time it was on fire. So like where the slit on her skirt is, it looks as though at one point in time flames had curled around almost as you would see lace on a gown. And even the where before it was more of like this icy crystalline, there are now these like burgundies that are beginning to show, and it looks like if at any point in time it could burst into flames.
Hunger, remind our audience what you look like.
Hunger, or chef, as they prefer to be called, is a black stone oven/stove with little feet and big cartoonish eyes. And at the moment, you can hear bubbling and sizzling as something is frying inside.
Let us see what you are cooking.
And they're not ready yet.
That is not surprising at all. Flame. Little butter.
Yeah.
Remind us.
Flame is a massive ash gray wolf with orange amber eyes, who, when she wishes to, can basically become a furnace. She can heat her body, steam starts rising off of her, melting the snow and ice around her, and maybe she can do some other stuff we haven't seen yet. I don't know. And she's a big angry dog right now. Not happy. I can't make that noise, but yes.
We shall not concentrate on your lack of skill at this point. We shall get to that. Do not worry. Here, before you remind us what your pathetic self looks like, I believe you had a question.
I just wanted to also know if anything's changed about Flame since we've seen her last.
I mean, she's still a dog, so not really, not much in the way of appearance to begin with. I think I described last time she was getting a little too warm for even her to be fully comfortable with. That's more from the anger than anything else. We will see.
Question about that appearance.
Mm-hmm.
One thing Chef and I have in common is that we're real sticklers on the difference between a dog and a wolf. So are you still a wolf like you were in the beginning?
I am a wolf. I'm using dog as an umbrella term.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I would think if you were the big scary wolf of the Yuki-onna that maybe you've been demoted to the dog of the Yuki-onna.
No, she's still a wolf.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
She's just puppy.
Puppy. Indeed. Fear.
Fear is a shadow of a reflection on a thin and cloudy pane of ice. You can never fully see her because, just like a reflection in glass or ice, when she is present, visible, the more of her that is facing away from you fades away into nothingness, and there is no totality to their form. They are wearing a ragged, threadbare memory of a dress that is sewn with lights, frozen flames or fireflies that twinkle, glittering like ice in the sun. She tries to avoid being seen as much as possible, so it's not a surprise that no one remembers what she looks like. Even she has forgotten her own face.
High above, there is a distant croak of a familiar sound. I don't know how this sound makes you all feel individually, but rings out. And you know that little old Null is in his position, keeping an eye out on all of you as you plunge into the snow and the wind and the ice. The competition is going hard. One of you is an overachiever. The others lag behind. But in this liminal space where intent is often mixed with direction, who knows who can catch up? But this is all pointless pitter-patter, for as ever, the blizzard rages on. And we shall now roll our dice to see how we do. To remind the audience of how this goes, everyone at the start had 66 with which to start, removing one for each dice that they claim. Hunger is the leader at this point and only has 2 dice left. The rest have 3. And we shall begin with asking in order of favor. Cold, did you get the 4 that you were looking for?
I did get 1 4.
Amazing. Hunger, what about you, child?
I got a 2 and a 5.
And you got the number that you were looking for.
Woo!
Flame,
I did get a 4.
amazing. Maybe there is salvation for you yet.
Of course there is.
And fear,
I have a 4.
Oh.
I am pleasantly surprised. Okay. Then, in again, order of favor. As you have claimed your 4th, and you will speak of the human lost. Cold, speak of how the wind cuts like knives through your prey, and how they feebly attempt to resist its embrace.
Cold, in this moment, wields the wind. And while the physical chill is there, there's more to it. As the wind kind of bellows upon our prey, there are these whispers of doubt in the wind. And they cut deeper than the actual cold itself.
Hunger, you have claimed your 5th. You will speak of your prey surrounded. As the first, speak of how the blizzard itself responds as you near your quarry. Does the storm fall silent, or does it grow even more wild with your approach?
The storm is still going. It doesn't change. But much to everything else's chagrin, Chef pulls from his mouth, at first what you assume must be some sort of tongue, that you just haven't seen until now. But then continuing to go, you realize, or we would realize, but no one there would realize this is happening. Chef has just invented Funyuns, and rather than making rings, it is one very, very, very long Funyun. And he lassos it around the human and says, "Come on, I give you the safety!" and starts running, pulling the Funyun-tied human to try to get him away from all of the other spirits.
Up above.
I throw the little bit of cooked onion that I didn't wash, or like that didn't get fried, at this bird, because I don't care about this bird, but I'd really like him to shut up.
It is always good to have hopes. Flame, you have claimed your fort. You will speak of the human lost. Speak of the fire they try and fail to build. Does the kindling crumble? Are the flames ripped away by the winter winds? Speak of how their fire dies.
You know what sucks is it was actually going okay for a little bit. He did manage, against all odds, to find enough dry kindling to set not a huge fire, but one enough at least to warm his hands and bring some comfort. And then the storm whipped it away, but not all at once. There was kind of like a moment where it looked like it was going to go out, but then it actually stayed for a little while. There was this cruel will they, won't they, almost, between the fire and the wind. And eventually the cold just won out.
You do feel a spectral hand nuzzling the top of your fur on your head in a gracious pat of approval. Because hunger is one thing, but entertainment is always accompanied. Fear, you have claimed your fort. Speak of what is waiting for them at home and how they can feel it slipping away.
There is a small cabin somewhere toward the edge of the forest. Roof is covered with layer and layer of heavy snow, ice dripping down over the sides, sharp points like our claws, like our knives. The windows are frosted over, but there is silhouette in the glass. They have a lover at home. The ring that they lost, they haven't even noticed, because all they can think of is that their home is lit only by one lonely remaining candle, and it has nearly burned away. If they do not make it home, the shadow on the glass will freeze, and a shadow on the glass, it will stay forever.
Delicious. And the blizzard rages on. Let us roll our dice.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's my last one. Come on.
Let's keep up the good pace,
That
everybody.
was cocked. It's cocked. Roll again. That's a 5.
Hmm.
One
And
shot.
now, with less dice, things start getting interesting, my lovely players. Because I will remind you, if a round goes without any dice being claimed, the human gets further away and one of your tokens disappears. Less dice, less hunters, and more chance of failure.
Does anybody need this 5 for pity?
We shall see. We shall see. Cold, have you accomplished what you desire?
I did. I rolled a 1 and a 5.
Hunger, my child. It is adorable that you think that you are more relevant than you could be.
Such a bad mom.
Flame,
I did get a 5.
good.
And I got a
And
1, which is
fear.
crazy. Cold and I got the same thing.
Fear.
Fear looks enviously, mournfully, and pitifully on Hunger's 5, but would never be so bold as to request it.
I will give it to you.
Mm. In order of favor. Cold, you see fear. Foolish, pathetic little fear, lagging behind as always. Do you, in your magnanimous self, choose to offer them your pity?
Well, if I offer it, I won't have a successful hunt. And knowing how my fellow hunting companions are, that is one mistake I cannot make yet.
So Cold spurns an offer of grace and plunges on into the snow, true to their nature. Delicious. Hunger, you can offer a pity to little fear.
I yell. I say, "It's okay, Mom sucks," and then I give them the pity.
You are a child.
Yep. Because I died before I got the chance to grow up, and that's her fault.
We all died before we got the chance to grow up. That is what death is, little one. You are bold and foolish to defy the one you call mother. And I would be foolish to accept your pity and associate myself with you. And yet,
Okay.
I have no choice, for it is her wrath I fear more.
So you said all that just to say that you're gonna accept the help of the one that's rebellious. Gotcha. Y'all don't make any sense sometimes. Let's go. And I just run my cartoonish self on.
Amazing. Cold, you have claimed your fifth. You will speak of your prey surrounded as the second. Speak of the blades you unsheathe. Does the human catch a glimpse of them through the trees? Do they fear death? Do they fear you?
the way Cold hunts is kind of a silent predator. She begins to unsheath these blades, but more so, they are not always physical. She prefers to get into someone's head and have them willingly offer themselves. These blades that she conjures are thoughts. And we kind of see her like sneaking behind her prey, and jutting out of her hand are these icicle daggers, but they bore into the prey's mind, bringing those self-doubts, thinking of that cabin. Wouldn't it be nice to be warm? Wouldn't it be nice to take a break, to sleep? And that is her main weapon, is getting inside their mind and eventually having them choose to let go.
Foolish hunger. You have claimed your sixth, and you will speak of your victory certain. As the first.
I'm confused. I do have a 6, but I was supposed to get a... Never mind.
No, you had a
confused
5.
myself in my... Yeah. No, I had a 5.
Hunger is lagging
Oh,
behind
hunger
now.
did not. Hunger
yeah.
is not
get it that
get
time.
the 6.
That's what I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm looking at the dice right
yeah.
now, and it says 6, but it didn't say 6 when I needed it to say 6. So
Then you will forget what I just said. You have no choice. Flame, you have claimed your 5th. You will speak of your prey surrounded. As the 3rd, speak of what you whisper to your prey. Do you tell them truths, mock them with taunts, or make wicked promises?
So, Flame catches up to Hunger, who is running away with this man easily. The Flame's whole thing is a false sense of security. I'm the warmest thing in this forest. Everyone wants to be near me. I make them wish for it. So, as he's being dragged, he suddenly feels like he's standing in front of a fireplace, just like that wave of heat on half of his face as I bound up. My fangs are taking on an almost kind of orangey glow. And they're lying to you. Come with me. Big, sweet puppy dog eyes, ears down.
The human. It is caught between the grasp of hunger and the gaze of flame. It is panting. It is in panic because behind all of you at this point are almost perfectly completed snowflakes, crystal hovering in the air, with one branch left to complete. And their shadows, they do things to his soul that he did not know he could feel.
My fur is long enough to where he probably could grab on if he so desired.
You know what? I'm going to add a little bit here, because one of our spirits is not cooperating with the order of how things are meant to be. So, I'm going to roll a d6 now. And if it is a 3 and above, the human is going to try and drag themselves away from you, little hunger, to catch on
What?
to flame.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, he rolled a 1. Maybe it is how your ears are flattened, flame. Maybe it is just how your fangs glint with the orange light of a furnace that waits for them. The human, foolish, mortal. I am sure his anxiety will be a fine appetizer. Fear. You have claimed your 5th, and you will speak of your prey surrounded. As the last, for a moment, you feel pity for the human, so easily and foolishly trapped. Speak of what you see in them that summons forth such pathetic sympathy. Do they beg or weep? Do you know them?
I do know them. Know them from my village. We walked through the forest to try to escape the ravages of winter. When the crops failed and the cold came, we were lost in the woods. They were hungry, so hungry. Him and whoever it is waiting for him at home. I can't remember their names, but I made that candle that burns in their frozen cabin. They were going to eat me. They were going to tear me apart and devour me just like we're going to do to them. Of course, he is pathetic and foolish, as he is like me.
And how do you squash this moment of pity? What do you say to a specter of your past?
I think fear leans in. He can see fear's reflection in the glint of Flame's eyes and heat of Chef's stove and the ice of Cold's dress, and fear whispers something to him, but he doesn't hear anything. Somewhere far away on the edge of the forest, a candle in a cabin snuffed out.
And yet, as always, the blizzard rages on. Let us roll our dice.
Good luck, everyone.
It's fine, we got it.
Has everyone rolled their dice? Cold. I expect great things.
I just took a picture as proof. I rolled a 6.
Perhaps there is hope for you yet. Hunger.
I also rolled a 6. I can also take a picture. It's on the Abria Mage hand dice. I love them so much. Hold on.
There is no need to have present proof. I know it in the heart of your soul because they belong to me. Flame.
3.
Disc.
It's almost a 6.
Yes. Only if you are more, perhaps double of yourself. Fear.
You have a 6.
Flame, as you dance around the human, nipping at their feet. 3 of your fellow spirits come further ahead. Their perfect, glistening, 6-sided snowflakes complete.
Sorry, no one's gonna help me out? Just like...
We have to go in order. We have to make our offers
Because-
by favor.
Okay, I thought we were just skipping
Because-
over that.
Indeed. And this is an interesting thing that happened a few games ago, where one of my players, instead of taking the dice for themselves, the dice that they needed for themselves, offered it as pity. Very strategically and very, very much with intent. So, if someone feels like this is an option, I shall let it happen.
Question.
Hmm.
What happens to us if we fail? I know we're out of the hunt, but like other than that, like what happens to the spirits that we are narratively if we fail?
I think that's for us to discover.
Narratively, if you fail, fuck around and
See, you
find out,
can't
as they say.
that.
Don't sweat it.
That's
I was teasing. I know if no one wants, that's chill.
Chill.
Oh, how dare you? Can they lose?
Good job,
points?
Jeremy.
Oh,
Um,
I love Jonas. I love Jonas. All right. Cold. You have claimed your 6th. Do you want to implement it or offer it?
As we saw in the first episode, Cold has a bit of a vendetta against Flame. I think in this moment her selfishness is winning over. She's going to implement not to give.
Then you have claimed your 6th. You will speak of your victory, certain. As the first, speak of the last hope you dangle in front of the human. What illusion of safety do you weave?
As Cold makes herself visible to the human, she presents an offer that is very hard to refuse. She knows what it's like not to be able to say goodbye. And while the human may not know, this message will never get to who they care about. It is this last moment of peace, of giving over to Yukiona. She will take their hand and allow them to see a final vision, a final goodbye, as she slowly absorbs their warmth.
Flame. No. Hunger.
Just taunting you.
You have claimed your sixth. You will speak of your victory. Certain. What do you do in this moment, little oven? Do you continue your futile attempt when all of your siblings are right around you? Do you choose to fumble onwards with your stupidity? Or do you accept your role?
I think looking at all of them and how taking a life is like a mixture of, oh, this is gonna be fun, and also I desperately seek the Yukiona to accept me more or care about me or allow me to be something that I was when they first made me. Chef absolutely just thinks of their other 9 human siblings that were nothing like this and how much they missed them. And Chef is going to go over to Flame and say, have fun being her pet. I'm done. And is going to give them their completion. And would, in this moment, if they have the power to do so, pass on. Because this is not a game that they want to play. Yukiona is not their god, she is their mother, literally. And she's tired of being told to treat the being that gave her life like something to be worshipped. It's the 2 different kinds of love. It's the idolatry love or worship love versus like familial love. And while worship love can be cold if that's what you choose to base yours in, familial love should never be that. And Chef is tired of trying to get, because Chef won't ever forget the woman. Chef won't ever forget Oyuki. But I think at this point, Chef has understood that Yukiona is not Oyuki, even though they look the same and they are similar. Whatever, everything that Chef loved about his mother left when she resumed her true form. And Chef is done. So, if able, Chef will allow Flame to get that 6th piece, become that perfect snowflake, and then go back to find their family cabin and just actually become a hearth for them to keep them warm and that hopefully they can make food from. Because expecting anything to change from someone who could actually affect change doesn't seem to be possible.
I have heard a little piece of iron pontificate for far too long. There's a snap And the perfect glittering snowflake separates into 6 blades of ice that trap you, and you are stuck. There may be some magic that might allow you to still capture the human. Maybe there is more than just mortal quarry that you can offer to your queen in this moment. Flame, you know that there is something that can be done because your sibling has forgotten what they are in their delusion. Perhaps I was too kind and allowed them too much thought. Fear. You are the second, for somebody else was an idiot.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Speak
Did
of-
fear jump the line?
If hunger gives pity to flame, is flame not second? Because that's above me.
I did not allow that to be given as a pity
Oh.
because Yuki Onna is furious. I don't know if I should have made that more clear. There is a distinct separation as to what is happening right now, dear players.
Yeah.
For somebody is not going with the program.
So hunger
and they're
doesn't.
off script.
Flame doesn't get hunger's pity, but hunger also didn't get to claim their 6 this round. Is that
Correct.
Correct.
Damn.
And you know, Flame wouldn't have taken it.
Well,
Anyone but you.
Well, then, Flame, I have a secondary question for you.
Yeah.
If I were to offer you my pity and told you that I promised I would not take your token of favor from you, you believe me?
You know, I always liked you. You better not be fucking me on this.
Would you believe me? Or do I sense doubt?
I believe you, because if you don't keep your word, I'll rip you apart. How about that?
I would like to offer Flame my 6.
Yeah.
You have taken 2 marks of pity.
That's fine.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
and I think, yeah, I'm going to, assuming you keep your word, I guess that hasn't been asked yet, so maybe I shouldn't say this. But like the heat comes down just a little bit, just to like a more like nice like space heater warmth, and you feel a head just gently nuzzle against you in thanks.
Cooperation. How quaint. Flame as the second. You will speak of your victory, certain. Speak of why the human stumbles and falls.
When hunger is frozen in place, he literally falls from their grasp and tumbles out into the snow, allowing me to take his hood in my mouth and continue to drag, but in a much less friendly and helpful manner, as it were.
The human is bawling, crying. The tears that escape their eyes are caught between freezing on their cheeks and steaming away. What a delicious precipice to be on. Jonas, please change the music to the third track. As all of you are now surrounding this foolish mortal, you are all within sight of each other, and yet some have not completed their snowflakes, and one has deserted their position. So, the blizzard will yet rage on. Those who have completed their dice can roll 1d6. Those who have still yet to catch up to their betters can still roll their 1d6. But the foolish hunger who has given up their purpose and their identity, you will do nothing. One opportunity robbed from you, and you. And maybe that will give your queen a greater opportunity at the end. Let us roll our dice.
What are we? Is this just whatever number we get for the people who have completed the 6?
You can still give pity.
Yeah, because you can still give
Okay.
pity. Indeed. You're
Gotcha.
not out yet. Don't worry about that. Because I have plans.
Okay, I guess I'll turn my camera back on.
That's not terrifying at all. Audie saying I have plans. Oh
Yeah.
God.
I am a kind and magnanimous queen. So, as the only one who is truly trying to prove themselves in this moment, Flame, have you claimed your 6th?
The pity I received did not count as my 6.
But Flame, I gave Flame my 6.
Flame, yes, sorry.
I'm still hunting.
I forgot. Yes, my because we are so off script at this point.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
I mean,
The F's are hard.
Amelia,
I keep messing
this
them
is this. Thank you for presenting the situation, because this is truly a new thing that has happened on the hunt.
Yeah.
And I thank you for it.
Yeah, so I unfortunately rolled a 3, so I do not have a pity to offer.
Okay. Cold. What did you roll?
I got a 1, so I will not be very helpful to others this round.
Okay. Fear.
If I had gotten a 6, would the Yuki Onna permit me to give pity to hunger right now?
present an opportunity to one who has let go, what would you say to your queen to convince her of your insanity?
The little one must be shown proper trim.
And you are one of the older ones, aren't you?
So I am told.
I am magnanimous, so I will ask my little oven child, do you want to attempt and redeem yourself?
Chef manifests from inside his mouth, like
And I will also say one thing. In that moment, as fear attempts to be more, a vision comes to you, Chef, hovering in the air around you like candles in the wind, siblings, mortal siblings, appear, and you know that in this moment you have a choice. You know that something is going to happen to you at the end of this hunt. For Oyuki was one thing, but the Yukiona is an entirely different creature. And you know that there will be a cost. Do you want the cost to be yours? Or do you want something else to happen? And there is a swirl of snow, and these illusions, these maybe bodies that are hovering in this air around you start choking.
Just kill me.
There is a and all of the human children that hover in the air croak for a second and just call out, "Brother!" And there is a crackle of ice. And then, like mist, they disappear. But do not worry, child. These were figments of your imagination that I let you have to allow you a sense of belonging when you truly did not. They never existed. Everything was written by me, for I am the end, and you so shall meet yours. But for now, still your tongue and close your mouth, and do what you are told.
Absolutely not.
The blizzard pauses for a second. Complete stillness. The snowflakes themselves are trapped with the sheer weight of presence that descends in that moment. Every little piece of metal that holds the little oven together, plink, 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 are removed and fall into the snow. The furnace door is wrenched open by a passing gust, and from the heavens above, there is a whistling sound. Something is approaching. And in that moment, the rest of you see that a massive icicle, a spear of the heavens. Longinus ain't got jack shit on this one. The piercing point of which drives the little oven flat into the ground as she claims the token of hunger, removing that from play and taking your dice as well, for she is not as kind as you think she is. Amelia, thank you for playing. That was an amazing performance. And I hope
Thank
you
you for
stick
having me.
around. I hope you stick around to see how this concludes.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my
but-
camera and my mic off so I don't interrupt anything, but I am gonna still be here.
Thank you so much, my foolish child. You have given me something new, and I must admit, a relish in novelty, however foolish it may be.
Have fun with the 3 obedient ones. Bye. And if it wasn't against TOS, the last thing you would see from Chef would be 2 middle fingers made out of bread.
I flipped off the camera earlier. Go ahead.
Okay. Not to you guys. Not even to you, Audi. Just
Is that
You
a
know.
TOS thing? I'm not familiar.
I don't know if it is. I just wasn't sure if I should give 2 middle fingers right now.
I'm sure it's fine.
Good luck finishing this off. Have fun being the obedient children. Or rather, I should say the pets. Bye.
At least I have a cute collar.
Mary.
Okay. So, in this moment, something happens with the hunt. But we shall get to that at the end of a break. And I shall decide how things might go. So, wait for us to get back from this wonderful little break, my lovely audience, and we shall see how this concludes.
Hi, everybody.
Bye. Hello, people of the internet and my fellow nerds. We come back now to a moment in this hunt that has not happened in eons, or maybe forever. One of the spirits is forgotten their purpose, and in their disillusion, in their unraveling, in their unmaking, they may have sabotaged the hunt as they may have wanted to do, despite being ended. Their actions may have fucked all of us in this moment, yet as the impact crater of the spear of the heavens has resolved itself and scattered chunks of iron are all that is left. The largest piece being a mangled oven door, indented and covered with hoarfrost. That is the only sign that a version of hunger had existed. But that token has been taken away. And another foolish attempt at a redemption was not allowed. In that moment, the human, in their stumbling fall, manages to yet get back onto their feet and are running.
I had his hood in my mouth.
That was the case.
Okay, heard. Just making sure.
We did just have a bit of a wrench thrown in the works here.
Fair.
Yes. And yet, still, the human has hope. What a novel concept. In this moment, as all of you see the humans scrambling away, you are reminded of moments from your pasts where you were also running in some form of fashion. Cold, my oldest. Tell us of the songs that you sang when you were yet mortal, that allowed you to earn your bread and butter, and further to keep the predators away, distracted. What did you sing of?
She was used to performing for all sorts, but never did she think her music could actually be the difference between life and death. And as she was faced in that situation of playing these songs as only armed with her fiddle, she would pull this instrument out and begin to play songs of love and of heartbreak and of hope, of tomorrows yet to come. of riddles to test loyalty and to prove what love really is. And she would play these songs as long as it took until either a creature was lulled to sleep or she had pacified it enough to be able to back away slowly. Not all that different from some of her early performances, but never has she danced on a knife edge as when she entered the forest for the first time.
And yet, on that edge, you played notes that resounded of a passion, of a flame that caught your mistress's eye. And when the cold had claimed you, despite your craft and talent, when you ended, you were born again as my flame. And you enjoyed that position for many an eon. Who was it that you played your songs to in defiance of me that made you lose your position and your token?
Like how hunger became disillusioned, so did the now cold that was once flame. There was a point in hunting these humans and only being allowed to perform for someone else, not for herself anymore. Music was an outlet. It was a moment of peace and of light when everything seemed too dark in her life, even in her life as a spirit. It became this flame in which stoked her waking in the morning and resting in the evening to be at peace. And for one moment, she felt as though she could escape this perpetual winter, this feeling of hopelessness, of the lacking of choice. And there was someone that made her feel that there were choices. And so she played for them because it was their last wish to hear beautiful music as they perished on their hunt. And she thought it was an act of mercy until she realized that it was a trick, that it was Yukiona testing her.
And yet, when your symphony reached its crescendo, the last note was the sharp crack of a familiar whip that broke your fiddle, stripped it of its strings, and now it hangs as a reminder around your neck. That is the memory that comes to you when you see what is left of a foolish attempt at independence, at rebellion, when there is only one inevitable end for everything. Flame, when you see the human run away, what is the first memory of running that comes to you?
There was another wolf, much bigger, not full grown, probably thought I was a lot younger than I actually was because I was so much smaller. and was toying with me. I don't think he would have actually killed me, but I guess I'll never know. But was chasing me to no end, faking me out at every turn, made it look like he had given up only to pounce again. I think it was just fun. I don't even think he was hungry. I think he just saw me on my own and was bored. And the only reason I got away was I managed to get out of his sight and bury myself under the snow until he eventually did give up. And he was one of the ones that I chose not to follow out of fear that he would make me his plaything again. So I found my meals from scraps of other wolves and foxes and such.
The snow shifts, and you remember the flame that you ran through in your moment of desperation, the moment where her eyes first came on you. What was the feeling in your heart when the Yukiona came to you, clad in the skin of your tormentor, resting on her shoulders, the older wolf's empty jaws resting over her shoulder, for it dared to play in her woods, where she owns the grounds, the balls, the stakes, everything. And if it is not play by her rules, then everybody else can just leave the playground or die.
Well, when I first saw that, I didn't understand that those were the rules or who she was, so the first feeling was fear. I don't know what I thought, maybe that this was another hunter and I was next, you know. I was little. I didn't know better. But then I realized that this was an offering and not a threat. And then it was exhilarating. I'd never had anyone stand up for me before. It doesn't take a lot to make a dog loyal.
Cold, you remember in that moment, you were standing next to her, looking down at this little wolf pup. You were cold by then, and the broken strings of your fiddle uselessly flapping in the wind as your token of flame was given to a creature, and that creature became more. What was the feeling in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, when something that was yours was given away?
I think Cold would say it was true heartbreak, but in reality, it was the last shred of humanity and goodness that she had left. It was the one thing that she clung to. The ability that while she was on a hunt, that she could give someone reprieve, even for a moment, her subtle defiance. That last bit, the last bit of what she believed was her choice. was taken. First her music, now her ability to rebel, until the semblance of who she was cracked. And all that is left was a frozen heart.
Perhaps the last glint of sheen of ice on that frozen heart came from the very pointed look that the Yukiana shot at you as she scritched the top of the wolf cub's head as the flames licked its fur, and she became more than a wolf as she became flame. Fear. What is the first memory of running that comes to you when you see the human stumble away?
He's like me. He's running from those who would tear his flesh, drink his blood, eat his heart. He is running from the cold, from pain, from grief, and from loss. And these are the burdens we carry with us. I remember running from my village, our camp in the woods, in the dead of winter. They were turning on each other like animals. And I fled so they wouldn't turn on me first. I ran through the cold. My boots wore through and my feet were frozen. And I saw them, spirits, laughing at me, tearing at my meager coat, till I tripped and fell into the frozen river, and the last thing I heard was their laughter. The next thing I saw was the cold smile of my queen.
The staccato beat of your heart in those last moments, Fear. They were a beat of ecstasy for me. The way your soul quivered at the thought of the end of me was the most flattering thought that I had gotten in a while. And thus I made you my token, my mantle of fear. Did you welcome it?
Of course I didn't welcome it, I was afraid. That is the only emotion that has been left to me. But if I could imagine beyond my station, I would imagine what gratitude feels like. Because you did save me from them. And you did save me from my fate. And it would be foolish of me to prefer to drown. Then again, I am foolish.
You are my foolish, pathetic little fear, and I treasure you for it. Flame, what was the first thought that came to you when you could speak beyond yips and the little strangled sounds, when words came to you?
Oh, I was probably kind of annoying for a while. I couldn't get enough of it. it was something that I couldn't even conceptualize before. And then suddenly I had the same level of knowledge that she had. And that was a great gift that I would not let go to waste.
And yet, maybe that was the last moment of something that may make you smile or grin. For in this moment, the human runs. The human still has hope. And yet, the blizzard rages on. Let us roll our dice.
Oh.
3 dice.
3?
1 for fear, 1 for flame, 1 for cold.
Each 3 or just 1 each? 1 each.
1.
Oh, okay.
I heard your dice clacking and I was like, I don't know.
Okay.
Has anyone got a 6? Ho, 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 ho.
Thank God.
Okay.
No. I have a
Okay.
1. Not
You
1
have
6.
a 1.
Oh.
Sorry. I didn't mean to
Oh.
mislead.
I thought you had 1 6. Okay.
Nope.
I have a 2.
I got a 4.
Great.
In
We're all
that
a little shook
moment,
up after hunger was destroyed.
in that moment, the 5 glittering blades of the snowflake quiver. Fear, you are frozen in place. And yet, the human's blood still burns hot. And the blizzard rages on. 2 dice, flame and cold, 1
Jesus
6 each.
So sorry, we are both rolling 2 dice. Oh, okay. Okay,
No.
sorry. Okay.
Just
I'm
one.
just gonna assume it's 1 until I'm told otherwise. I keep
Yep.
getting confused.
Has anyone claimed
Nope.
a 6?
Got 1 6 on my 1 die.
Girl.
Would you like to offer fear, pity in this moment, cold?
Question. So, like, looking at this, does it look like Yukiona is going to turn her ire at fear and do what she did to hunger to fear?
As the oldest of the spirits, you have seen that her patience is not infinite. If a hunt does not seem to be going well, it depends on her mood. But there is no automatic consumption or destruction. And I will remind you that all 4 perfect snowflakes of snow need to have been completed to have actually captured a human. And keep in mind that spirits are not required to offer pity, even if they roll a number that is needed, and a spirit may choose to reject pity that is offered to them. And I will remind you about sabotage. As such, it is technically possible for a spirit to willingly allow the hunt to fail by withholding desperately needed pity or by refusing it. But of course, this is nonsense. Denying your mistress would never come to pass. You serve and worship her, and so you'll speak no more of it.
I will reach out to Fear, and seeing Fear frozen in place, I'm going to use my memories of playing at the hearth and kind of offer that feeling of warmth and comfort to hopefully help Fear, giving my 6.
Though you accept.
I will not disappoint my mistress. But when Fear is unfrozen, she screams.
As the scream peters off, Fear, as the third, you will speak of your victory. Certain ? Speak of the snow's embrace, how your prey struggles to stand, knowing they may never stand again.
Lies face down in a bank of snow and struggles to turn his head to the side to breathe. It is ice on his face. It is ice in his veins. He will choke on the cold wind. His lungs will not accept it. Even now, our mistress's crystals are forming within him. Soon, no more breath will leave his body. And as he looks through Fear's half-translucent reflection, he sees that last candle go out, as do all of the lights on Fear's dress.
In a small lull, a moment of silence again, the human seems to struggle, but one of your perfect snowflakes has disappeared because the holder of the token refused and was ended. And Null, the white raven, blinded in one eye, alights on a branch close to all of you.
Foolish hunger, foolish little stove. It's dissolved, it's gone. And yet, the human is still not captured.
We're working
What
on it.
will you do? What will you do? What will you do? Foolish spirits. The mistress hungers.
I'm just gonna take off running after the human.
What about the rest of you? You know that the perfect snowflake that Flame is supposed to accrue has been completed. The perfect snowflake that Cold was supposed to accrue is completed. The perfect snowflake that Fear managed to finish is also completed. But there is a conspicuous absence of another. No matter what physical action is taken, there is only one way to capture the human: by the old laws and by how things are meant to go. Null knows this. And so he dips his head to the side and waits for an offer.
I have been with the mistress long nights and long winters. I know of tricks that could aid in this. But what will you offer, little old Null? For me to be generous.
Fear
Can
looks
I-
to Cold, who is first in our mistress's favor, and knows not to speak first.
I just want to clarify, can I hear that, or would you say I'm already gone?
He's a loud bird.
He's a loud bird. And as I said, there is a lull in the storm.
Okay. I'll say I heard that then, and I'll be close by, but please continue.
Cold will give a coy smile at the raven and say, "Well, it seems we are lacking a hunger. The way I see it, we need a replacement."
Captain Obvious you are!
It is obvious, yes. And it just so happens we have a very, very desperate person. What would they give to become something else?
Cold looking at Fear.
Not necessarily looking at Fear. I don't think she wants Fear to do what Fear can do. So I think she is looking at the Raven to basically see, hey, can we get this prey to become hunger and win-win?
I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, because like I think because like they are like similar ages, Cold
Yeah.
and Fear, she knows of the different prophecies that Fear has, and like Fear is like that one remaining string where she's like, that is like the one thing that is tying me to be able to live in this place, to survive it, and she's not willing to let that go.
The raven cocks its head to the side.
Questions for questions. Deflection when an offer is sought. That's not good enough for old Nile. What about you, puppy? Will you yap and snarl at me yet? Or will you bow and offer me something? Ah!
You want his eyes?
Scraps of the mistress's table are always mine. I need something more.
I bet he's got something shiny in his pockets.
You seek to fulfill me in the now, but I want something in the future, little flame. What can you offer me? You offer me.
I say this knowing it might not be something you want, but on the off chance that you would like it, I'll keep you warm whenever you like.
Think I need warmth?
Might not need it, but might want it.
Might use it.
Sure.
What is acceptable for now?
And then there's a crack, and the neck turns to the reflection in a mirror. Fear. It looks at you. He looks at you.
And what will you offer me? Fear?
I offer you nothing, you detestable creature.
Damn!
If you have the power to help us and you refuse, you will be punished alongside us. So if it is your future you are concerned for, you will make only one decision.
Threaten, I'll do you. No.
But you can see that his feathers are kind of ruffled. What do you say to remind Null that he is, at the end, simply a servant and not an overseer?
You, Raven, possess no token of the mistress's favor. Not even I, the lowest, most pitiful of her great servants, would ever bend a knee before you. I was old when you were a hatchling. I know what happened to your eye, you idiot bird. Among these spirits, I may be the lowest. I will tread on you.
And with a Null flutters away, but as he does, two crisp and distinct white raven feathers drift to the ground and fall in front of you, one in front of Flame and one in front of Fear. Cold, your offer was not enough to convince or scare Null enough So, in this moment, as victory is still uncertain, this is going to be the last roll of this game. 1d6 each. Let's roll. If you get a 6, success. If you don't, well, we will see, won't we?
Can I give my feather to Cold? I know it's not exactly pity, but Fear would pick it up and look at it crystallizing in the blizzard and say, "What idiot bird would let itself be threatened by me?" Just hold it out to Cold.
And in accepting this, would I give up my position?
Not if you believe me that I wouldn't take it from you.
I have known you for quite some time. I've seen you keep your word. I hope that remains today. I will take the feather if it's willingly given, knowing that I owe Fear a great debt should this succeed.
In this moment of communion, of togetherness, and working as a pack, there is a shiver in the world. And the feather, as it is plucked from Fear's hands, goes to Cold's fingers. But a feather remains in Fear's hand. So, in that amazing hustle, or inadvertent as it may have been, you have gotten yourself another dice, my lovely players. So now you have a 1 in 3 chance to succeed. Each of you roll me a single d6. If one of you roll a 6, good things happen. If not, we will see.
I just want to say, as Fear offers the feather to Cold, I like a girl who knows exactly who she is. I rolled a 1.
Okay. How did we do? Anyone roll a 6?
I have a 6.
Oh my god!
The human, almost reaching a distant tree line, stumbles as he bonks into a perfect snowflake, 6-sided, that rises out of the air, wrought by feeling, by emotion, by magic. All of you in that moment surround the human. And in the distance, there is a and I will state this because there is no last. And so the human was captured. describe for me, together, if you will, how your perfect flakes of snow converge and capture the human. How do your parts contribute to the sealing of its fate, and how it has moved from being an option to a meal? Cold.
Cold begins to weave together, drawing from the human's mind a specific scene that it sees, working as the distraction, offering her hand to basically lead it down a path of no return.
Flame.
I'm so sorry, Mary. Can you repeat what you said?
So Cold uses her powers to basically make the humans see something that isn't there, and she takes them by the hand to lead them towards their doom.
Yeah. And I think to aid in that illusion, I walk beside him. Same trick as before, just providing that warmth for this walk. We did technically save him from hunger, who was clearly lying. So
Fear.
Fear's reflection, a reflection of a reflection, appears in her snowflake. And in the ice, the man sees his lover at home, frozen solid by the wind. And as he reaches out to embrace them, stepping forward into nothing, he falls over the frozen banks to the icy river where fear once drowned. It is there that he takes his final breath.
The storm, the blizzard ends. Jonas, please play the last track. The ice throne. In that moment, as the foolish mortal gags on their last breath and the frozen water claims their lungs, they quickly become an icicle. But the river and the bank and the snow disappears, for in a snap of a finger, all of you are instantly transported back to her throne chamber. You stand at the base of the steps that lead up to her. And hanging behind her on a wall, there are many, many memories, memoirs of things that she likes to have around. There are many. The bones of the first dragon, the heart of the last giant. But one new thing that hangs up there is a mangled iron door that is trapped in ice. And the last thing that is new is the hovering icicle, the frozen popsicle that is the human. And now we enter capture. If the human has been caught, observe how many marks of pity each spirit has collected. God?
Gracious mistress, for this reason, as you are so humbly narrating, would we count the feather offered to Cold as a mark of pity for Cold, or no?
100%.
In that case, I believe we all have 2 marks of pity.
Huh.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 By the text, Yupiana looks most kindly on whoever has the least marks of pity and considers them the reason for this success, as they were able to capture the human without relying on the assistance of their fellow spirits. This will determine the order in which the spirit shall speak to Yukiona of their victory. The spirit who has received the most marks of pity will speak first, and onward until the spirit who has received the least marks of pity speaks last. Several spirits have received the same amount of pity. Ties are broken by the Yukiona's favor. Those who are lowest in Yukiona's favor speak first, and those with the highest speaking last. And thus, she regards all of you with a blank face at first, and then just starts laughing. A chill, empty, and yet world-consuming laugh. You have fed me a meal that I have not experienced in a while, my malicious, malevolent spirits. You have shown me a hunt where, despite your better natures, you have come together as one arrow. You have inspired me to give all of you an equal token of my appreciation, as it is only because of you and not a foolish little iron blot that we succeeded. She will hold her hand out, and the frozen human starts hovering towards her as she gets up from her seat and starts walking down the steps towards you. And in that moment, you understand what hides behind the facade of ethereal, icy beauty. For a second, the eyes go completely black, and her jaw makes a sound as it distends, and like a snake, it opens larger than her actual body is, and the entire icicle with the human inside is broken, splinters, shards. The only thing that is left, perhaps, is a finger trapped in ice that falls down the stairs towards you. And she... the mouth comes back, and she wipes her face with the sleeve of her kimono. You have fed me, and so we will feast. She snaps her fingers, and the many other servants, lesser, not even named, not important, were they once holders of your mantle? You don't need to know. You are above that, and they do not matter. But they will assemble a feast for you, my victors. And as all of you have now gotten the same amounts of pity, it is up to favor. Flame, you are the first to speak, and you will speak of the human captured.
Wasn't it lowest first?
Oh, sorry, my mistake.
I'm very proud that
Thank
I've
you
stayed
for-
at the bottom the whole time. Don't take this away from me.
Also, either way, I'm in the
100%.
middle, right? Because cold is...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
You are.
real easy to mix up the F's. I keep doing it.
Yep. Yeah. Apologies. As the first to speak, fear, you will speak of the human capture. Speak of their final moments. What are their dying thoughts? What was their dying thought? For you can see such things. Speak their name.
As he fell into the river, the river where I died, his thoughts flowed with mine like the frozen water. They froze in my mind where they will forevermore haunt me with the memory of what I have done. His last thoughts were of his lover at home, the ring that he lost, candle that went out. Try as hard as he could not remember their name or their face. Perhaps in my own little act of defiance, even though I know their name, I too chose to forget it as he died. But his name, was Bertram. I knew him. Couldn't forget.
She nods. She raises a glass of blood wine in toast. Flame, you are the second to speak. You will speak of the hunt, victorious. speak of how the spirits were inspired to victory by Yukiona, by Meade. Which of the spirits honored me most in the hunt?
Hunger's betrayal was, I won't say completely unexpected, but was certainly a surprise in the moment. It was a time where we all had to decide for ourselves to remind ourselves what we were fighting for, and that, of course, as always, is you. I never wavered for a second. Even when that creature offered me a helping hand. Ridiculous. And you know, I normally wouldn't say this, but I must commend the little frightful one. She acted very well.
And I must agree. Fear. You may be little, and you may be foolish, but you have lost the title of pathetic, for you are smarter than you know.
She caused as much as she felt.
And that is why she is my fear. In that moment, fear, you receive the third token of favor. You're still lost because there is no fourth, but you have risen in her estimation, and perhaps you are now more than you were.
Perhaps.
Cold, my favorite. You are third to speak, and you will speak of my favor, generous. Speak of the comfort that I offer to you, spirits. Do I grant my merciless hunters warmth by my heart? Do I permit you shelter in my embrace?
So I think as we are all sitting at this feast, and with the hunt going as well as it did for the hurdles that were presented to us, Yukiona does not really shine favor in a way that is always pleasant. But in this case, we can feel warmth. But she gives us a token of what was once lost to us. For cold, it is a fiddle made of ice. Not the same as the one that she originally played. And it has more of a haunting tone, and it cannot light with the flicker of flame as was her trick in her previous life. But she gives something to us that is both a memory of good and one that brings melancholy, as even a true win is not a win when you are a servant of Yukiona. My question would be, what is the remembrance gift that is given to Flame and Fear?
I will allow them to answer these questions because the Yukiana knows exactly what they need in that moment with this description. But I will add that your ice fiddle, the C sharp, can cut.
Flame, you are still above me.
Man, I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna. Okay. Yeah. All I've ever wanted, really, was to be able to spend a night at her side. Not in the fireplace.
I think for the first time that night, you are allowed to be at the foot of her bed, nuzzling against her feet.
Yeah.
And they should be cold, but they're not. They are a warmth that resonates with you at your core. Fear.
The mistress, graceful, beautiful, powerful, unstoppable, relights the glittering lights that have been sewn into my dress. And she adds one more. A candle's flame taken from the last survivor of my village. Places it right at the neckline, like a brooch, for me to remember. But with so much new light, fear's reflection washed out even further. Even less of her remains.
And I will add that the shadow of that last additional light, it only ever takes the shape of that last splatter of blood that you left when you ran. And now, there is one last question to be asked. And since there is no fourth, I will say that we will now roll a d20 in this game, which I don't think has ever happened before. And we are doing rollies. Whoever gets the highest gets to answer the last question.
Oh dear.
I have a roller on my phone because I don't have a d20 yet.
Yeah,
Me too. I don't have my other dice here.
No worries, no worries. Have we rolled?
9.
A 9.
I
Okay.
got a 16.
12.
Oh, that worked out. Favor order, great.
We didn't get to roll that.
All right. You know, actually, that is just going to be the order in which you all answer this last question. Because this is a hunt unlike any other, and I will permit it. Cold, speak of the warmth she finally permits you. You are speaking of the gift given to you and you alone, gilded. Speak of the warmth she finally permits. Does the blizzard burn hot upon your ethereal skin? Does winter cradle you in its embrace? And how do you thank her for this treasure?
After the feast, there's a moment, a lull, as people begin to leave, go back to their domains. And it's a moment where no one else is present. As Cold is getting ready to leave, she feels the warm embrace of Yukiona's arms wrapping around her. From behind, just that overarching hug. She has not felt the warmth of the one that she loves the most in quite some time. And it is that reminder of one of the many reasons why she stays, of that love that still burns, even if it's not reciprocated.
I see you, and I hear you, and maybe one day you will feel me. Flame, you will speak of the gift given to you, and you alone, gilded. Speak of the token of affection the Yukiona grants you. Does she return your heart? Does she live, fill your thoughts with precious things? What act of love does she offer to quench your unending obsession?
Oh my god. My heart is happiest when it's with her, so she need not return it. Man, this is hard. I think, if anything, the gift is I don't always have to sleep outside. Maybe I don't always get that spot on the bed, but I have a home.
There is, in that moment, a single perfect moment, an endless scritch that just goes on and on and on. Fear, you will speak of the gift given to you and you alone, gilded. Speak of your boldness, and in this boldness, speak of what you dare request of me as your reward, and what terrible price you must pay to receive it. What do I begrudgingly grant you?
Mistress, I know that you know what I have seen. I know the secret ways of your palace and the old words that bind us like chains. I know that I could free my fellow spirits from your grasp at any moment if only I were brave enough to let myself go, to wander the earth a shade forever. And I know that you have left me the fragments of my memories, such that my great and undying fear satiates you still. Mistress, I could ask for you to free those who wish to be freed, but I am not bold enough. So please, let me forget. Let me forget who I was and what I lost. And let me forget the weight of the knowledge I have to break their chains. For every day, every winter that I do not do so, an unbearable weight. Allow me to serve you. like the wind, faceless, voiceless, swift, cold.
My little bold fear. You have proven to me this hunt that you are not pathetic. And so I shall grant you this, but I will force you to retain the memory of those flowers. The flowers from your village are the last thing that you will remember of your past life. But yes, I will allow you to distill your essence into the sharpest version of yourself yet.
I will bear the memory of the crocus, the reminder of your great and terrible power, mistress.
And she will raise her glass of blood wine in the last toast. May the crocus never bloom, for you have work yet to do. And a disgruntled null, forgotten as a foolish spirit tends to often do in the presence of their betters, disgruntledly flies out of the castle and away into the snow. But that croak recedes slowly into the distance as the camera pans away from the palace fortress, rising from a spire of rock in the middle of an ice lake, in the middle of a winter domain. And as it zooms away, the last thing that's seen is one single perfect snowflake that starts drifting from above down. And that is our game.
Dang.
Thank you, my wonderful players. Amelia, if you're still here, please come back to us for our outros. But if you're not, I understand that the Yuki-onna may have consumed you entirely. But yeah, we can change the music. It's done, guys. Hey, you guys succeeded. Congratulations. That was bloody amazing. I loved it. Yeah. Thank you, audience, for staying with us. I will let my players do their outros. Please tell us who you are, where we can find you, and if you would permit, one thing that you really enjoyed about this system and this game, and something that you can plug. Yeah. We will start in the opposite order this time because, hey, we're done with favor. Jonas.
Hi. Yes, thank you so much for having me. I'm just reeling. You can find me Tintenseher. Check out my Linktree, linktr.ee/that thing I just spelled. Point you to all my stuff. In just about an hour, I will be over on Roller's Joint playing Coyote and Crow. So if you want to see me playing a little tech gremlin with psychic mystical powers, follow me over there to that stream. And one thing I really enjoyed, I mean, I said last time, I really did relish the opportunity to lean into playing like a character that isn't having a good time. Like I like a horror game, but this is even different than that. But just being able to take, I love how the game sets you up for these three spirits who all have their own different powers, and then fear, you're pathetic, you suck, live with it. Yeah, I just enjoyed exploring that and not hyping myself up, because usually I talk too much anyway. I also really like, I mean, I love 10 Candles by Stephen Dewey as well. I just really like the ritual elements, all the repetition and commentary and things like that really bumps up my immersion. So I'm very much looking forward to playing this again.
Awesome. Julia.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Julia. Man. Gosh, I love that was so good. I love that we kind of broke the game and it was fine. Because there are a lot of systems where if you break the game, you broke it. Uh-oh, bad. So I mean, it speaks to what a wonderful GM you are, Aadi, that didn't happen. But yeah, it was just really refreshing, and just in general, I just love this aesthetic. I love being evil. I don't get to do it enough. It's like that stand-up comedian who's like, and I want to be evil and British. That's how I feel. You can follow me on Instagram at QueenJulia_11, Blue Sky at QueenJulia11, and I have a YouTube channel, which is my name, Julia Labush, Labusch. On that channel, there is a playlist of all my previous AP appearances. Yes, okay. Just determining the order I'm going to speak in. So, playlist of my AP appearances, some videos of me singing, an original audio drama, and a staged reading of my original play Lightkeeper. Pin in that for a moment. Coming up in terms of AP, I'm currently on The Snowman on Roleplay Retcon. Episode 4 has just dropped on Roleplay Retcon's YouTube channel. Episode 5, I believe, will drop not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that on all podcasting platforms, and then we'll be on YouTube a few days after that. This is a remake of the 2017 Norwegian crime thriller. We're making it good because it's bad. Back to Lightkeeper for a second. If you go on Instagram and follow at Lightkeeper_play, my original play Lightkeeper is getting its first ever fully staged production in New York City this October at the Rat in Brooklyn. Thank you so much. And we currently have a fundraising campaign going on Fractured Atlas. This week only, today is actually the last day, we are doing a match period, which means that any donation that you make will be doubled until we hit $500. And we are, in fact, last time I checked, only $44 away from that. So if we hit that by tonight, then our match period will have been successful. But either way, the regular fundraising campaign is going on for the next 80 days. Every little bit helps. If you can't donate, just spreading the word helps. We have a ton of really cool perks over on Fractured Atlas, both for those who are able to come see the show in person and those who are not. One of those perks is a writing consultation with me. If you are also a playwright or a screenwriter, or I wouldn't say no to short stories maybe. All of your donations are fully tax deductible, which is why we love Fractured Atlas. So the link to that is in the bio of Lightkeeper's Instagram page. I believe that is everything. Thank you so much.
Amelia?
Some technical difficulties, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Amelia is probably the person who did not understand the assignment, but still managed to break the game in a fantastic goddamn way. You can find her at dysableddystopian at Blue Sky
With a Y.
and with a Y. And you can, I believe she is going to be GMing her first AP live soon. And please check her Blue Sky out to check that out, because chaos incarnate, right? And Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. I've been playing cold this evening and embracing the evil Elsa side of myself. I don't play evil often, but when I do, it's fun. But where you can find me...
I'll never let it go. I'll never let it go.
Let It Go is a villain song, and I will die on this hill. Yes, I think one of my favorite parts of this game is just all the different, like, look, this is the first time I've played it. I've watched actual play of it, and I think what's so cool just with Stephen Dewey's games, like, in general, but I think what this one does so well is the ability to shape a world. Each of the questions asked, even in the beginning, like when we're establishing who each of the spirits are, shapes the world. When you are going through the hunt and the different ways that you have to go about it by rolling each number and having to answer a question, even if you succeed or don't succeed, the ways that it hurts and hinders. Every question not only shows how the hunt goes, how each of these spirits do things differently, but shapes the world in itself, where you will never play the same game twice, and you will never play the same spirit twice. And I think it really does well at having a game where you can kind of come at each other in a way that is safe. We had a lot of safety discussions on that to make sure that everyone was okay with it. But I think it does the betrayal aspect while still maintaining character agency and player agency, which I think is really, really fun, because that can sometimes be something that's a little scary in some games. But I think this game really does it well, where you could have a game where you're totally at each other's throats and trying to, like, mess each other up. Like, there's certain things you can do with, like, the pity tokens. There's that we just didn't do because we were, like, rolling all, like, great the entire time. But such a great system, and this is like the Ashcan version of it too. I love what it's done. I love the additions that you've made with talking about who they were before they became spirits, Aadi, and it's just wonderful system. Now I want to, like, start, like, being like, have you heard the good word of to serve her wintry hunger? But that is what I feel. Amazing game. Thank you so much for running, Aadi. And where you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels, everywhere on social media. Coming up for me tomorrow, you can find me back here on Nerds with Dice for a 2-shot of Call of Cthulhu Havoc in the Garden. We are all playing either worshippers or connected to gods in the Sumerian and Egyptian and different like Middle Eastern mythologies. And we have just learned that the Greek pantheon was completely wiped out, and we don't know why. So all of us have to go try and figure out what caused an entire pantheon to die and how to protect our gods against that from happening. It's run by Ezra, and I'm super excited to be in that. Also, every other Monday, you can find me over at High Shelf Collective, where I'm running a little mini series, part of their Mun D&D show, where they play a bunch of games that aren't D&D to kind of showcase all of the cool RPGs. I'm running another little mini campaign of Vesson double agents, where they are all playing as investigators, trying to take apart the society from the inside as they establish a new home base to search after the vampire known as Hawkins, who was released in the series I ran here. So to see kind of what is going on in that stage, head on over there every other Monday. And then Wednesday, you can find me back on Nerds with Dice, where we are going to be playing Call of Cthulhu Arkham Fire. We're a bunch of firefighters. I'm playing a femme himbo, and we are just going to try and survive and have the best firefighter calendar that I'm Miss March. Aadi is Were you
Mr.
November?
Mr.
Oh,
April.
Mr. April. Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. I'll pass it over.
Hello, people of the internet. I have been AadiMK, fab he him pronouns. You can find me at Blue Sky at AadiMK and on YouTube at Many Faced Plays, where I have a bunch of Wintry Hunger games that have been done. I have run this game a lot of times now. I think this is my 9th hunt that I have done so far. And there have been some truly spectacular people who have played this game. And one of the reasons why I really enjoy it is because the first time I was out to play, I played Hunger. I was unhinged because this game gives you the leeway to be evil a little bit if you so choose to. And I like being a little evil. What can I say? It's so much fun. Like, you know, you get to do the anime glass flash also, like sometimes. Like, wait, hold up. There we go. Flash, flash, flash. Yeah. And Stephen Dewey's games are fantastic. And I just felt that there was so much space for role play in this system that I wanted to make my own additions. And thank you for working with me to provide the Black stories that you did. Because I think the more or less 90% of the second half was improv, right? And it was only through the work that I think we all did together that we could pull it off to how long we actually managed it, because otherwise we would have finished the game in the first half itself, right? 100%. But yeah, as Mary stated, there is an amazing Call of Cthulhu game that is going to be run by Steve, Tall Halfling, very soon, which is going to be on fire, made perhaps metaphorically, because hey, we're playing firefighters. And otherwise, I'm going to be on Streaming Rainbow as in about an hour or so. We're going to be. It is going to be recorded. But I play the false prophet. The prophet in the Inferno. Where a bunch of damned souls are wandering all the levels of hell. For what purpose? We don't know. Do we remember things? Some little bits. Do we all hate each other? Perhaps. Actually, no, we do.
Back in my day, we sure did.
Oh, it's definitely getting there. Though I am told that even though this is the level of wrath, we are the most lustful party that has been curated thus far. But yeah, and there's another fantastic project that is happening on Streaming Rainbow, which is Oceania 2084. That is some intense shit. That is one of the most intense, mentally heavy and demanding games that I've ever played. And Danny R. Mendoza, the beautiful man, is doing a fantastic ass fucking job at running it. So that's already starting to come up on the YouTube. Check it out. We do some crazy shit as we, as resistance players, try and survive in a world that is not meant to be succeeded or born in, but we survive. But yeah, that's it for us at this table and this hunt of To Serve Her Wintry Hunger. We have 14 plus games for all of June, so make sure that you come back and help support the Translatin Coalition. The next game that is going to be played is Call of Cthulhu Havoc with GM Ezra. That is tomorrow, actually not tomorrow. It is July 11th at 4 p.m. CDT. So hang around for that, or stick around for that. That's going to be some fantastic stuff. And that is it. So thank you for staying with us thus far, my lovely audience. And I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Hi, thank you.